All right, here we are on the 92 Ford F1 or F250 XLT extended cab 4x4 for the driving video. It is running, so you can see all the lights are working. We make sure it does all the bulbs do work and all those types of issues. And you can see it's got a super clean body. It just smokes a little hair bit of white smoke when it's cold and you stab it all the way to the floor. But other than that, it doesn't. But you know, as we talked about before in the text and in the driving video, you know, this is just my plate. There's no holes in there, but you know, it does run a little rough. But I'll show you, it still motivates. It gets up and moves. It just has that little issue that we want to disclose to people. So, alrighty, gonna jump in here. I've got the gauges all lit up. Dual tank switch works. We'll switch her to the front tank. She's about on empty, but she's still running. Not all gauges work. I guess the oil pressure sensor needs to be fixed. But that's about $6 part, so I'll take care of that. We'll go ahead and post a picture of that after the auction. And all the pictures any updated pictures or messages will be at the very bottom of the ad. So throughout the auction, you might want to scroll to the very bottom and look for them. Got your factory stereo. It's nice and warm in here. No howling issues or nothing. Blow motor's nice. But you can see there's my water bottle trick. You can see it's just kind of, that's how it's running, just a little rough. Now put it down into gear. Same thing. Now, there's no check engine light on or anything. And you can see the check engine light works, but there isn't a bulb pull, because there it is. So, all right, so we'll get rolling here. Do a little bit of city driving so you can see how it handles. And again, you know, it's got the cracked window, and the armrest is broken here, and that's something that we normally would have replaced. But it's just, as soon as the issue came up, we didn't want to start throwing any more money at it, because the future of the truck was kind of, we didn't know, you know, so we didn't want to, because somebody might, you know, have a truck that's all beat up but runs great, and they want to throw the motor in it, and they might have, you know, armrest and the little tidbits, a power window motor. So we'll go ahead and put it in neutral here. We'll slap the e-brake on, and you can see we're not rolling. Foot's not on the brake, so away we go. So that works good. Put her down into drive here, and we'll get ready to roll. It's an overdrive transmission, so it's got the overdrive off. You can turn that off. You know, I usually recommend that for anything under 50, just to kind of keep wear and tear on the transmission down throughout the years. So here's some potholes in the road. Soaks them up nice. You know, it's not a rattle box. Here's some more. We're doing 50 miles an hour. You know, it's got a little bit of rattles in the in the dash. So I think the glove box rattles a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and hit this hill. You know, I'll stab it now, and it gets up and goes. I mean, it's climbing. You know, it's not smoking out or nothing. But I mean, it goes up the hill nice. You know, it's like it was above 1200 RPM. It's just runs all she should. You know, there doesn't seem to be any issue at all. So it's kind of one of those ones. If somebody does fix it, I hope to God they let me know what it is. Because it's just the point of this point. I just want to know what it is. You know. So we'll get going to the freeway here. It turns nice and straight. The brakes are nice and, you know, firm. They don't pulsate or make any noises. It's got tight steering. There's not a bunch of play or slack in it. You can see the power window goes down good on the passenger side. It's a little slow to come up. Looks like the power window or power door switch locks good, but unlock it, the actuator seemed to be having doesn't quite pop up as it should. We'll get going here, and I'm just giving it moderate throttle. Overdrive's off. It's not blinking at me or anything like that. But you know, your horn works, all that good stuff. Cruise control does work. You know, I'll just, you know, we're going about 35 now. If I floor it, I mean, it gets up, it moves. You know, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't expect any less out of it. It's just at that point it handles real good. You know, 4-wheel drive, you just pull it down, back of the 2-wheel. You know, as shown before, all your blinkers work and everything. I'm gonna turn the heat on a little bit just to get warm. I'm gonna turn the overdrive on because we're gonna be getting on the freeway. You know, I'll just kind of slowly get into the pedal, and then I'll hammer down on it as we're accelerating so you can see how she works. As you can see, as I turn, it turns nice. And I'm giving it about quarter throttle, just like I would just getting on the freeway, like a normal drive. Shift's nice and firm, doesn't slap at you. You know, I'm doing 60 miles an hour. You know, that was just quarter throttle. This guy in front of me is going a little slow, but you know, if I floor it, climbs up to 70 real fast. Wish I could show you a little more, but this guy is not doing me any favors. So I'll go ahead and kick the wipers on, get those babies going, get them full speed going. All that stuff works. I mean, this truck has the potential of just being just an awesome truck for somebody. This absolutely would get you anywhere you need to go as is, from point A to point B, daily driver or whatever. It's just, you know, it might not even annoy you. It runs a little rough, but by no means do we want to throw up that this truck's 100% mechanically, because obviously there is some unknown issue on that deal, and I don't want you to go through and start throwing spark plugs and the spark plug wires, cap and rotor, thinking it's gonna be a minor issue, because I've done that, and, you know, unless I got a bad batch, but I don't think that's possible. So, you know, let's give it a little break, and then, you know, that's the floor. I mean, it puts you back in your seat. It gets up and moves. I mean, this thing is no slouch, which is amazing. I mean, you'd expect it for it to be running a little rough, that it would be, you know, just falling on its face all the time, but I mean, it just... it goes, man. This is good. It's actually really fun to drive. It's got the 460. You know, you can see in the, hopefully you can see in the back, you know, hammer down, there isn't a big cloud of smoke behind me. And it goes. It's I mean, right up to 60. So, all right, everybody, you know, good luck, you know, to everybody, and this truck deserves to go to a good home and get someone to take care of it and get her back to 100%.